What's up, YouTube? I present to you the T12. A year of work, even a little bit more. This is kind of same interiors, slightly different of the T10 and version 1 and 2. It's slightly wider and slightly higher, which this is the view from top, and that's my view, not blocking the view when I'm looking out. So it just goes up this much if you want. This is it. And everything is visible, so you don't need to worry about blocking your view. Why did I do this? Because the trend is right now 2022 and above, or 23 and above. It's these units or screens which goes above. It would have been nice if it's a little bit, higher, but then it starts blocking the view. So guys, before we move to the install video, I want to make a couple of things clear. This unit is not the same install like every other T10 or 9 you've seen. I myself, who you're going to see in the install video, keep watching or watch all my videos, please, to the end. I'm receiving a lot of questions asking me about a lot of stuff which are in my videos. I take the time, invest my own time for you to not fall or break or, go through the same experience that I have went through. So the most important is to follow my video, the install video. This unit is totally different. The vents are lowered, so your vents are usually there. We have designed to lower the vents so that you have the same exact look of the OEM, but in a 2024 version. The GX has this, Lexus has this, but it's a matter of taste. Which one I like, I can't tell you. My favorite till today is the T10 V3.1. I love the T10 V2, which is the one that we designed like the OEM. This is also different. Some people want it, some people like it, some people want this look, or, the T10 V3.1 or the T10 V2.1. So coming to this install, if you're not patient and if you're not good with a screwdriver and a prier, which comes with it, do not buy this unit because you need patience to install this unit. The wires have to come all the way up this size in the middle between the vents. You will see my video and you'll understand. This is a great unit. Quality-wise, it's amazing. Volume, really, responsive. Tune, same thing. The screen is out of this world. The touch aspect of it, if you touch it, it just responds really quick. If you see, it's really quick. So, one last thing before we jump to the install video. Please stop buying elsewhere and coming to my groups for support. Imagine me buying from Costco, going to Walmart for support, or vice versa. For the last time, I had multiple members say that we bought from XYZ. I don't want to give names. I don't care from where they buy. If it's not from my links, those are refurbs, rejects to any of the Android units that I touch. So please, guys, stop buying elsewhere and coming to me for support. If the person or the company who sells you those stuff doesn't want to support it, I will stop doing business with them because they know how to make the money, but they don't know how to do the support. So please, guys, stop buying stuff elsewhere, coming to me for support. I repeatedly said it 4 or 5 times. Now let's jump to the install video. I want to make sure that you understand how to install this unit. It's totally different than any other unit it's been out there. Boys, girls, ladies and gents, YouTube, let's do this. Guys, one last thing. I want you to look me in the eye, and I want to tell you that these units that I touch, I have them all. Let me be clear once and for all. Every time I say once and for all, and then I keep repeating. So whoever watches this video, understand that I have them all. The Saita, I have the Tesla model, the two versions, and I've done the Tesla model way before anybody did it. I have the regular models, which doesn't come with trims and stuff. I have the T8, 9, 10, and now the 12. Why don't I touch the Dasaita? Why don't I touch the Tesla model? Do you ask yourself why? Those influencers, other people that they go on Instagram, again, no names, you probably know who, and there are a couple of videos talking about that same person that refers to those Tesla units, which are disastrously fugly, and it's not at all, like you can't even work with landscape. It's all portrait. So if you want an Instagram in your truck, buy the Tesla version. Why don't I touch them? One, factory, they don't listen to anybody. They don't care about you spending your hard-earned money, and they don't care about the future. They just want to sell now, make money, move on. The Saita is the oldest tech ever. I have 3 of their versions, actually 2. The other one is a black version, and they're still in 2008-9. So guys, buy with confidence. Those units, the group is there. Some people mention, I also heard in groups, that as much as the unit has an issue, we made a group. Listen, you can't satisfy everybody. My group, our group, the 4Runner group, and the Headunit group is the top of the line best group in the world. Even Russians are coming to our group to get support. So guys, the group exists not because the unit has a lot of issues. The group exists because we have the manpower and the knowledge to do the support for free for people who buy from our links. So guys, buy with confidence. Let's go to the install video once and for all. Let's remove from our brain that those are Chinese versions, which comes, everything is Chinese right now. Look at the iPhone, made in India. They started to do made in India, and it's a disaster. iPhone 15, 15 Pro are a disaster. So if this group didn't exist, and if I didn't exist, I would tell you don't buy the unit, because we make the unit. So guys, buy with confidence. Cheers. Ladies and gents, what do we have here? A new, brand new, redesigned, totally designed, changed the whole design of the T series. This is, I want to call it the T12. It's an upper screen. It comes with all this as usual. What was changed in the design was the fan, the AC and heater, the blower. I'll explain how it's done. We lowered the vents down, and then the screen is to the top. So I'm gonna go thoroughly and quickly on what comes with it. Those are the conversion of the vents, hazard switch, seal for the vent, GPS, some screws so that you screw the vent, canvas, metal brackets. This is the bottom one, this is the top one, screws that go in to hold these, main harness, SIM card, 3G antenna, USB, another USB. We changed the mic. I tried to make it an amp mic. I want to test it out. Hopefully it resolves our mic issue. USB activator, and that's where the mic plugs in with the SIM card. Remember, I launched also a new SIM card that works internationally. The site is gonna be launched soon. That's the SIM card that works internationally with any provider in the world, with any head unit, with any phone, any tablet, anything that takes a SIM. So guys, that's the head unit. If you see the vents comes built in. That's the screen. Look at that screen. This is like 2024 stuff. So now we're gonna talk on how to install the head unit itself into the truck. This is specifically made for the 4Runner with the buttons and knob. So briefly, this goes on top. There is like kind of a lock at the bottom. So this is how you lock it. Goes into the grooves, and then you put in the screws, 3 per side. Then in the truck you use this with this to hold it in. I'll explain to you when I'm installing in the truck. So now, first what you need to do to enter this under the vent in the truck, then you slide this in and then you lock it on top. You're gonna follow my video on how to do it. There is a small pamphlet explaining it in the truck, in the package, but follow my video, you will have 0 issues. So let's move to the truck. And by the way, the new hazard switch, it has some screws. You have to screw them in if you want, right there. If you don't want, you can leave it. Let's move to the truck, install these, and make sure you use the right screwdriver so you don't bolt the screws. So let's move to the truck and install this. So first, let us install the fan seal, which is gonna be used in the truck. This comes with it, by the way. Follow my steps so that you can have the best seal. So go on the edge like this. You see how it's on the edge, and then in the middle, and follow the line. Don't pull on it, or else it's gonna become thin. Just follow the edge like this. Make sure it doesn't stick anywhere else. Don't pull on it. Make sure like it's right at the edge, and follow the curve. At the end, that's what I do. I overlap it like that, grab a scissor and cut. You see how cut exactly at the edge. At the end, pull it up a bit, and then extend it so that it meets like that. Then press on it well so it sticks, and that's it. The excess you have here, put back the sticker on. Tear it, put it on the side. So now we take those 2 or 4 to the truck. And go install the vent converter into the truck. So now we're in the truck. We're gonna install this. This is how you install it. That's the trick. So first, first you enter this from the back. You see how it slides? You just push it a bit, that's plastic, and then you enter it from the back until it slides in. So those foams we installed previously, you go tight. You go up first, slide it in, and then you push down slightly while pulling up. So now this is all in. This other piece is the cover for that, so that it routes to the bottom. Holding that piece, this has to go right here. So holding that piece, pull this plastic a bit while holding the piece to the back, slide it in, see how I'm maneuvering? Don't let this touch right there. So I'm maneuvering like this, then pull it forward with the whole thing out, pass this on the side, and then pull it in. Okay, so it went in now. Don't forget, there's a groove to it. So the bottom one has to lock, then do the same thing, maneuver, so that the foam seals 100%. Let me try it again. It's a bit tricky, guys. You have to have patience. Okay, so first let us lock this in. Okay. So the first thing we want to do, grab our right screwdriver. Those little screws that I showed you in the beginning of the video. Make sure your screwdriver is magnet. Okay, or else it's gonna fall, you're gonna lose it. So put in the first screw, tighten it. Don't over tighten it, the plastic, it's gonna break. So now the second one. First, the beginning of the video is gonna be a bit slow, so that this is a first for me too. Again, remember guys, I go through all this so that you guys don't have to go through it, and then it's easier for you on how to install. Don't over tighten. 3 screws per vent. This was designed, it took a year, kind of, plus or minus, to design, finalize, test, and everything.
I found this on the web.
Yeah, I never requested anything. Okay, so now that's tight 100%. Tight 100%. Don't over tighten, guys. All this is good. So now it doesn't go out anymore. It doesn't move. Now we can put in place, seal it, and make sure no vent, no let me push that. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go get the other screws that fit in here, and then we'll install this, then we install that, and we're good to go. Okay, perfect. So in the beginning of the video I told you those screws, these, the black ones, they go right there. So for the purpose of the video, guys, I'm struggling so that I'll show you how it's installed. Hold it in place, don't over tighten as usual. So this has to be a bit loose up until we center it. Even if it's slightly loose, no problem, because the head unit is gonna come in here, the vents of the head unit, it's gonna push, and then everything is gonna be pushed inside. So now we're gonna move to the second one. You saw how the first one I installed it. I want to install the second one. I don't need to show you, same thing, how to install the second one on the right. So now we have those two metals. The longer one is on top, the shorter one is at the bottom. This is gonna be installed like that to hold in the whole mechanism so it doesn't go to the back. I'm gonna start with the top one. There are 4 screws like this, if you see, and it's gonna be installed on this. So basically, let me see if this goes in. Yeah, so technically it should be from the back, and then screw this on top. So this is gonna be from the back. The reason why I told you, so don't over tighten this, is to have this move up and down until you find the center. That's why I told you don't over tighten it. Now the second one from behind. You can tighten it. Now I'm gonna do the bottom one. Again, from behind, like that. And you can tighten that too. Last one. So guys, my videos take exactly the time that it's gonna be the install. Don't panic, pause it, and go back to it. So let's tighten these. Give it another tight grab. Don't over tighten, you break plastic. The only thing that doesn't work in force is the head unit. Everything else, I make force, work it. Now we tighten the edges and this isn't going anywhere. Now you got the idea, guys. This blows down so that the fan, because the new design is right there. We're gonna talk about the new design. Let me go grab the head unit, connect the harnesses, plug in the hazard, screw in the hazard, and then we'll go from there. Always work with the foam. We're gonna install the harnesses. I mention it in all my videos. Why work with the foam? If you place this on a hard surface, it messes up all the buttons, it cracks something or cracks the screen. So please use the foam that came with it. We're gonna install the harnesses and go install the head unit in the truck. By the way, this is either for the 2020 plus or for 2010 till 2019. So you have 2 of them. Depending on what year you order, you're gonna receive the 2020 plus or the 2010 and 19. To remove it, you have 4 screws remove and install, whichever works for you. So let's start by installing the GPS. Tighten by hand, it's always the same case. Or even better, you can bring in a key. Let me go grab the key. I'll be back. So it's an 8 millimeter. Okay guys, I'm just gonna install it as usual. The place is tight and I'm trying to show you in the video, or else I'll put it on my lap and then install it. It's easier for me. So once it grabs, just keep here. I'm gonna do this. So once it's tight, don't over tighten it, or else you're gonna break the wire inside the antenna. Okay boys, just pull it this way, give it a nice, that's it, it doesn't move. So that's the GPS. Now we're gonna install the 3M, the 4G or 3G, 4G antenna. I have a SIM card. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, SIM cards are gonna be available soon to everybody, international SIM cards. So I use the Headunit standalone. So once it grabs the first bite, it takes the first bite, and you can do it this way. I found it's the easiest way to do it. Same thing. Don't over tighten. And that's it. Doesn't move anymore. That's the SIM card. Harness goes right there. Don't force anything. If you feel it's forced, you bend the pins here, then you bend the pins here, and then it doesn't work. So if you bend these pins, it's pain in the butt to get them straightened again. So make sure the grooves are matching, and then you plug it the right place. So don't force anything, guys, and make sure you have the foam in the bottom. See, it went all in. Pull it like that. Don't over pull, you're gonna tear the wires. Been there, done that. A lot of people, many of you faced it. Now I want to just take this off because it's tight. Okay, now we have the USB, goes right there. The 4-pin goes into the 4-pin. Make sure it's straight. If you don't make sure it's straight, it's gonna bend the pins. So show me, I had it the wrong way. See how loose it went in? Then I grab it and then it clicks in. It's not going out. Now the 6-pin. Let me remove this too. So I have a space. Now the 6-pin. Loose going in, straight pushing in. It clicked. Doesn't go out. Backup camera. Right there. Loosely goes in. I don't force anything. Once it's in, you heard the click. Doesn't go out. So what I'm thinking is, I have this USB, which doesn't make sense because this is a 4-pin, and this went into the 4-pin, which doesn't make sense. I wanna, just for the fun of it, I wanna see if it goes in. Is it the same? It's the same. Why is this 4-pin? Let's see, just let's plug that and then see if this is for the USB, and this we don't use. Now let's plug in the microphone. You know what, I want to leave it like that for now. Hopefully the microphone works. And last but not least, the main power, which eliminates the whole harnesses, which goes right there. So please guys, straight. Don't plug it like that. Don't plug it like this. You're gonna bend the pin. Then you're gonna come to me and tell me I bent the pin. You see how easy it went in? I didn't even force it. So that's it, boys. Don't forget the canvas. Canvas plugs right there with the orange, pink, blue, and again, straight. So now we're set. We're gonna take the whole unit to the truck. Make sure these are stuck well, so that we can install it in the vent. If you have issues with this, the market has, local market has, tear them off, buy new ones and install it. So it's not a big deal. Maybe in shipping it got ripped off or anything, not the end of the world. So let's go install this beautiful head unit that is in front of you. I'm trying to get rid of the chrome and make sure I have black knobs. This is the first edition. This is the sample unit, and that's why I got it. No matter what the color, even if it has chrome, doesn't matter, just for you to see. Look at the finish, the metallic TRD black finish. Look at the screen. It's amazing. So let's install this, guys, and move to the truck. So guys, I forgot to mention, this is the antenna. You have to plug in the antenna, which is also this one, which plugs to your harness, the rectangular circuit inside. That's your antenna. And another thing, don't forget to plug in this. This is for the canvas and steering wheel to activate. And this goes right there. Actually, like this. This way. No. Is it this way? The other way. Not really. Should be this way. Yep. That's it. So that's for the harness. Don't pull on it. The slightest pull, you break the wire, your steering wheel won't work. Please be gentle. We'll figure out this USB thing. This doesn't make sense because it has a wire right there. Now, there's also the rear camera. Don't forget the rear camera. It's always the bigger white harness. So, which technically, this is the small one. This is the bigger one. So your backup camera is the bigger white harness, not the small one, which connects right here, which is there. So now we're set. No wires are missing. Everything else is here. We're gonna go to the truck and install. Remember, two things are not installed, the GPS and the XM. I will mention it in the truck. Let's move to the truck and install this. So guys, we're back in the truck installing the unit. I'm installing my SIM card. The SIM card install is to the bottom. It just opens. Dedicated data. Make sure it's aligned. It has a groove right there on top. And then slowly close it down and then slide it up. That's how you install the SIM card. Don't force anything. You're gonna break the metal and you have to buy the whole harness again. This is not sold alone. So my SIM card is installed. I routed the microphone for the time being right there. I want to try to route it at where the OEM is, from the bottom all the way here. So for the time being, just to cut time, I want to install it, routed it from here, but it's gonna be an issue because it's gonna bite on the head unit. So don't do this. Try to route this if you're using the mic. Try to route it all the way where the OEM is. I put it in this groove. You see how it went in? So I put it in this groove so it's not cut. Now we're gonna install the head unit. This is totally different than any head unit I've installed. What the catalog mentions to get all the wires from here. So technically, to bypass this right there, it has to be all routed from here. So anything you have, by the way, this is not going to be used. It's the GPS, the black one, and this, the white one, is not going to be used. This is XM or vice versa. So I hide it at the bottom. So now we're going to see how to route all this from here. Actually, I don't need to route it all there. So what I'm going to do is, if I route this No, actually I have to route it all up here, because when I install this band is gonna be right there, and it's gonna press on the wires. So all the wires should be here and coming out. Okay, let me figure it out slowly but surely. And once I route all the wires here, one by one, like this whole harness, pull it one by one so it goes up right here. And this too. And this too, which is the hazard. Do we forget anything? No. Yeah, I think we're good. And one more. There you go. There you go. So all the wires are routed through that small area. So now the problem is how you're gonna install all that holding this like this. It's gonna be a challenge. Okay, let me figure it out and we'll continue. Okay boys, so the best way to do it is somebody has to hold the head unit close by like that, and then you have to plug in one by one into the harness, because you cannot work one-handed. And don't forget to install the hazard switch right there, which this plugs into it. Don't forget the antenna. Those yellow tabs, basically those yellow tabs I bought extras from the dealer. That's the part number if you ever want. So I don't have to move each time. Basically I have my T12 right there. And you see I have yellow tabs on it. I haven't moved my vents because I don't need them, the OEM vents. This is gonna do the job. So it's gonna be tricky to enter this into those holes. And then somebody has to hold it. And you have to plug in one by one. Always work from the truck, from the harness truck to these harnesses. Anything is left, no problem, because this is a universal harness. And once it's plugged, turned on, we're gonna chit chat. What's nice about this? What's beautiful about this head unit? So imagine this right there. So let me plug it and then we'll continue recording. So, okay boys. So now we're 3 people, one filming, one holding, and one installing. By the way, I have shoved the GPS. You can stick it behind this, and the antenna SIM behind that. This is unlike any install. It's a bit tricky. Management of cables are a must, because if you don't, then you can mess up a lot of things. You see, I don't have a lot of loose to work with. So now we're gonna be trying to install the wires. So first of all, hazard switch is installed. I'm shoving it back inside. Other than those harnesses, so follow one by one the harnesses from the truck. This is the antenna. Let me tell you something about the antenna, FM and AM. The reason why there's no AM or a signal very weak AM, because this is FM, this is AM. This only has FM, unfortunately. So that's the radio. Now it's a bit tight, guys. Patience is highly recommended. So this goes right there. What do we have left? We have this. This. What is this? Nope. I can't even see myself. Hold like that. Make sure it doesn't slide. So, this is too tight. It's sliding. Make sure it doesn't slide at all. So those, this I don't want. This should be here. Yep. This should be here. And I think I'm done. I'm left with nothing. This I don't need. Wanna pull it down, shove it in the back. The USB I don't need. I wish I didn't install it. Oh, this is the USB activator, so I need it. Where is it now? Oh, guys, this is tight. Where's the USB? Can't find the USB. Oh, it's right there. So yep. So this plugs right there. Okay. Now how to install all this? It doesn't make sense. So now all this is gonna be shoved in the back. Now go figure how to shove all this in the back. Wow. Try to hold this like that. So if I try to pull some of the wires off the OEM back into place, remember guys, there's the mechanism of the vent, so try not to block anything on the mechanism of the vent right there. So as I said, the mechanism is right there. If it's blocked, hazard switch or anything, it's not gonna work. So all those wires, try to, it's not gonna fit. This is gonna be here. Everything should be on top. This goes back. This goes back. This right there. Let's pray that it's gonna work, because I see a lot of wires. These have to go in here. It's gonna be a tough one to make that work. Okay, so it's blocking it. I can't see. Okay, boys, I'm gonna cut the video, figure it out, because of the video I can't see. So I'm gonna do like this and then try to tidy up the wires. The trick is to tidy up the wires. The main harness has to be coming from here. Pull back some of the wires into the hole again, because these have to clear, go in here. So let me try to maneuver, and I'll continue. Okay guys, so this is the next day. I have managed to just tidy up all the wires, go from the middle and then go out from top. My daughter was holding the unit like that, and then I was installing. Listen, for the sake of the video, I struggled just to show you how to install. So basically I broke one of the clips. Please watch it. This is not, I've repeatedly say it in the whole video, this is not your typical install. So please be patient and make sure that somebody's helping you. So the best way to do it is tidy up the cables, go from the middle, go out, plug the cables, and then slowly, one by one, the other person which is holding it from the right side, pull the wires down and enter them, so that you can have free up this space in the back, which comes this space is free, like this much, all the way to the whole length. So this is the final product. As you see from the back, and the radio looks amazing. Because I broke one of the clips, so this will fall. It will go out a bit. If you see right there, it's moving because one of the clips over here is broken. So as I mentioned in the whole video, be patient. Link is gonna be in the description. Thank you for the support. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can bring you always products like this. And as I mentioned, the T10 V2.1 is gonna be drone. I'm gonna be doing again same thing. I'm gonna soon be hitting 3,000 subscribers. Thank you for the 2,947, I think. When I hit the 3,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be a random pick to get the T10 V2.1. So please guys, subscribe for a chance to win the T10 V2.1. There are other also giveaways and always fun stuff that I do for all of you to benefit, because I do care about the community and to bring you products like this and more. Please subscribe to the channel, join our group, Headunit group in the description, join my 4Runner group. It's fun. We're one family, one community. Love you all. Thank you guys. Peace out.